presentation of the SGLIVE 2024 Zelda 1 Randomizer. This is the group stages. I am JXB Adam. I am joined in the booth by Brewers fan JP. On the left side of your screen, we have Neon or Neononane. And on the right side of your screen, we have PDXRex or Rex. JP, how's it going this evening?
It's going all right. How about you doing?
I am doing well. I am looking forward to this match. It should be an exciting one.
Yeah, it should. We should be underway here shortly.
We should be. So chat, what's the first dungeon we're going to find? What's the last dungeon we're going to find? And for giggles, take a guess at what the coast item might be. So JP, what do you think we're going to find on our starting screen?
The regular start.
Yeah, we will be starting on the vanilla wood sword screen, but we may not. What do we got here in the cave? It's a shop, and we got a nice price for arrows at 69 rupees. All right. Looks like we got a tiny amount of divergence with Neon going left as Rex is going up.
Looks like we're having a little bit of an issue with the stream right now. We're getting that fixed up.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a synchronization issue. Let's see if we can't get that fixed for you. All right, we've got any roads found. We've got a few guesses in chat that the coast item might be the flute or maybe the vanilla heart. And we got our first secret. It is a small secret, 6 rupees.
Yeah. We haven't talked about this, the impact of this race yet. So this group's already has a 4-0 player. But both of these runners have 1 loss. Both are playing to get second place and potentially earn a spot in the bracket. I believe Neon is 2-1 and PDXRex is 0-1. Yeah, definitely different routes at this point. Neon heading in Deadwood. PDX. Oh, PDX is gonna not take the candle for now.
Yeah, maybe thinking about that white sword item. I noticed that our race setup didn't switch exactly to the race layout. I don't see a tracker. I'm going to see if we can't get somebody to help. Is there some extra music playing? Not sure exactly what you mean, Kapow. Could you elaborate for me, please? Ooh, 43 rupee candle. That's actually a very nice price if we can find a medium secret or maybe our 1 large secret. This tournament, we are running with a full second quest overworld. And we've got a pointy stick for Rex underneath one of the forest armos. Oh, I see. Yeah, I just pinged somebody on that. I see the tracker overlay is starting to show up. Hopefully there's somebody in the background doing some magic for us.
Ooh, white sword at the grave
Oh,
armor.
that's a nice item to find with extra candles on. That means we could possibly even consider resetting to get a free candle from the Wood Sword Cave. Possibly.
It is worth thinking about. Power bracelet on the coast. Not going to be able to explore that dungeon yet.
Did we just find level 9?
Yep.
If we could explore it now, then that would mean there's a problem. And not a problem we'd be able to solve. But I think that was the first dungeon we've seen, so for everyone who aggressive... Was it not?
I think one of them seen level 3, I want to say, but yeah, that was before they had a sword.
Well, if they've seen level 3, then that's the first dungeon we found. There's level 7. I believe that was at the 1Q letter cave.
Yeah, 7. That's a rough one.
Yeah, Rex gonna decide to poke around a little bit. We have a pointy stick. Who knows? Maybe we pick up a quick key, a free item, something. Cleopatra.
That could be an item, but...
Hey, there's the cheap meat. One screen east of start at 40 rupees.
I would have potentially taken a shot at that Patra since it was the easier one. I can understand passing on it, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. For everybody who's wondering about the backdrop, we do have somebody looking at it. Something that's just been happening, I guess. We'll get more information, or it'll just get fixed as PDX takes a death in level 7. Back to start he'll go. Oh, burning the water is Neo. Not quite. Gonna start on the candle row, though.
Looks like we've got some sail bait today.
Yeah, we've got the cheap meat at 40 rupees and the expensive filet mignon at 110. Rex finding door repairs when we should find door repairs on 0 rupees. There's level 6 for Neo. Rex finding the letter all the way up in the far northeast of the map at Casino Corner.
Level 6, another level you're not really excited to dig right now.
No, big levels we don't really want, and here's Rex going into level 3, but they do have the big levels do have the potential to give us some keys which could help out in these smaller levels, like that key that Rex just picked up in the middle of this rupee boss. In fact, that key on the floor, I believe, no, doesn't push. Looks like Neon's gonna do a Kananaki. Nicely done. Gotta walk back through the door to lock it in. Oh, and we do have 2Q enemies. That is why we have a room full of red bubbles on the left side of your screen. Rex finding a staircase. It is the item. It is the blue boomerang. We do not want the magical boomerang. Moving on. So another part of these flags is there is no heart shuffle. So that item will be the only item here in level 3. There will be a heart container on the floor somewhere. Uh-oh. Danger noodles on Neo's side. Oh, good attempt there. And we do have a map on Rex's side. Chat, it's time to name that ink blot.
Laser blaster.
Yeah, I was thinking it looked like one of the 50 pew pew laser guns as well from the 50s, the old school ones.
Yep.
Either that or possibly because it's kind of like got that little crooked thing going on a little bit on the right for the barrel. Maybe it's like a gas pump.
Could be.
And there's a heart container for Rex on the floor and the Triforce. We are done in 3. Don't panic, chat. No panic. It's okay. This was expected. We were doing the harder kick right now, and this is what happens when we kick things hard. No, don't panic. Stop panicking. It's okay. Hey, I've seen this one before.
I don't know if chat can see what we're seeing right now.
No, I think chat just has a nice gray screen. It's okay. Everything's going to be fine. Don't panic yet.
I would give you the Homestar Runner message, but we can't post that even on the stream.
Yeah, quit panicking. Quit panicking. The basket's not quite on fire yet. Almost. No, don't go follow us during this. Let's go follow the runners. It's a chance. Hey, Greg, hashtag blame Jess works for everything. Also, chat, if you aren't following our runners, they are putting on an amazing show that you just can't see right now. So please take a moment and go give them a follow. By doing that, you'll get that out of the way. So the next 3 times I ask during the stream, you don't have to do anything. Hey, I see something. It's slideshow-ish, but I see it. I told you the house isn't on fire. It's okay. That's okay. We can commentate a slideshow if we have to. We've got Neon 1 East. We've got sound, and we're listening to the delightful tones of the overworld. We have movement. Looks like Rex does have a white sword. Looks like we found at least one medium secret on Neon's side, but I don't know. Fixed is such a relative thing, but we're getting there.
Now that's somewhat broken fixed.
The white sword we actually did see on Neon's side. It was up at the Grave Armos. Hey, we're down to only 9 seconds difference. We're getting better. It used to be close to 30. All right, we've got Rex up on Death Mountain, blowing holes into the mountain as Neon is approaching the forest. We have a 19 rupee door repair. I can tell everyone that.
You don't even get the valve for it.
No, you don't.
So I saw 6 small, 30 medium.
So a normal medium, a small that's rolled down, and we have one large secret somewhere in the world of Hyrule. Not a great money seed. There is level 8 for Rex.
2 items, bigger level. You got blue dark nuts.
Dark nuts.
I don't think Rex turned off his alerts.
No, Rex is getting emojis rained down upon them. There is the map of level 8, and I'm going to say that looks like a human heart.
I can see that. Potential options. I see Star Destroyer from the front.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a bouncy ball with somebody sitting on it and kind of squished all together. I don't know.
Yep, we got level 5 for Neo. The other thing I see there is it looks like the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch, as Neo has found a heart container already in level 5.
Oh yeah, the eggplant from PDXRex. I see that.
Absolutely, that's an eggplant. Delicious.
I don't remember the last time I had eggplant, but I know it's got to be cooked right, otherwise it's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, all the fun enemies ended up in the dungeons.
The dungeons are not the friendly place to be tonight.
Linos, Wizrobes, Dark Nuts, and Pulse Voice, all in the same enemy set.
I will just say, ouch.
Actually, no, sorry. I think the Dark Nuts were a different one, but Linos, Pulse Voice, and Wizrobes in the same.
Not only in the same enemy set, but in the same room. That's awful. Alright, good job by Neo to not take a death there and get out of the room to lock in the progress. But the blue Wizrobe is the master enemy in the room. Seems like our sound is a little soundy. Here we go. We've got a transport in level 5. Is anyone surprised that that was the first staircase?
No, but that's unfortunate little death. But at least it wasn't missing an item. A transport, you mark it, you move on.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now we just have to figure out if we missed any other items while we were having our fun pauses. There is the Triforce in level 5. Neo's going to walk right by it for now, as Rex is digging level 6.
Level 8.
I meant 8. It looks like a 6. I was squinting. I wasn't squinting. We can't kill that Dig Dogger, but we can bomb him out a couple different ways. Oh, Neo taking a sword right to the side. Yes, level 6.8. Exactly. Chat's got my back. And so we have decided that the Lionel's, Wizrobes, and Pole's Voice is the fun for chat enemy set. And I couldn't agree more, because it's not fun for the runners, even with the white sword on the Armos. Level 6 has the ladder.
The ladder is one of those items that generally I find if you get it first, you're generally in better shape. Oh, silver's an 8.
Wow, there we go. And I said 6, I meant 8. My goodness, I cannot get 6 out of my head. Go away, 6. Okay. Man, look at that. and the Triforce Rex done in level 8, and what a level 8 it was.
Got a little nice pattern there with the blue bubble on the way out, so you don't lose your sword.
That's always a positive, but we're looking for a stair room right now as far as I think Neo is concerned, already having the floor heart. And here's a take any for Rex. Now we've candled up.
This could be one, unless he's already checked it.
He was doing a little stabby stab through there, so probably already checked it. May have popped out of it. That might have been the transport stair. Oh, this is an unfriendly room. Finding 2 key items in level 8 puts you automatically at still needing the whole Triforce to get into level 9. Sorry, Sounder Fan. I think it was Sounder Fan that said that. No, it wasn't. It was Scarmucci. Dang it! I can't read. I am so awful. Sorry, chat. But I can see that that is a Triforce out of level 5 for Neo. I greatly appreciate the jokes being finished, because otherwise they're just left incomplete. And there is a hint shop for Neo. We're not going to be buying the hints because all the hints in this scene, or in this seed, excuse me, and in this tournament are community hints. Now we do have Rex into level 6, the proper level 6, the one is not level 8. And here's Neo into level 3. Rex continuing around in 6, looking for the Triforce, looking for the item. Possibly looking for the heart container.
At 6 hearts, you've got enough for the white sword item, but yeah, you are still on no ring here.
Yeah, normally we would say green tunic, but that Wizrobe is awful red. There's the block clip for Neo's about to see the magical boomerang and is going to go down and pick it up. Assuming the keys don't get him.
I found the boomerang to have a little bit more value. I was going to say, a little more value in this flag set, just because if you do happen to get red bubbled, at least the boomerang can take out 0 HP enemies.
Yeah, it does have that range to it. Also, it can return items to you, which can be helpful. Say you kill something across a river, and there's the heart container out of level 3 for Neo. So now there's heart container out of 6 for Rex. Neo's just looking for the Triforce now, as is Rex. Except Rex will also take the item if Rex comes across it. And did I say Triforce? Because there's the Triforce out of level 3 right there.
Oh, Stalfos got him.
You know, those 2Q Stalfos, they mimic the Lionels really well. Alright, so Neo up to 6 hearts. That will be enough to acquire the white sword item, as we've alluded to previously. If we want the magical sword, we're going to have to get to all not all, but to 13 hearts. In this flag set, the magical sword is set at 13 hearts. Chat, never change. This is definitely one level that is sort of 8, but it's not. It's 6, and Neo is into 7. Here's that Danger Noodle room for Rex, doing a slightly better job, getting a little lucky with some bounces from the BMOS.
And yeah, if I'm Neo in this case, I am taking this on because I got sword beams, and like again, it's the easy Patra.
Yeah, sword beams. It is the easier Patra, and we also have a white sword, which makes a bit of a difference as well. That's right. What we should be saying is, why is Adam afraid of 6? Because Adam thinks 8 is 6, which is terrible. We do have all the Patrobes down. The Patra goes down, and the block does not push. But really, do you expect anything less out of a level 7? Nice clock for Rex.
This has a pretty good chance of being a map room. In level 7, it's not as likely because you might have to bomb a wall to find the map, but considering that you have to find a bomb wall anyway, it makes it a little more likely that this would have a map.
As long as Neo keeps his combat up, we're going to find out. There is Zelda's room, which will not be appearing in level 9 tonight. It's in the Upside Down 9, level 6. This 5 block room for Rex may push, and this 2 block room full of ropes may push. Super ropes. Super duper flashy disco ropes, in fact. Oh boy, that was the item. It's the wand.
Neo, a little less lucky, finds a transport. That took him 1 room down from the room that was south of start. Not really any reason to clear out this room unless you want to go back to the stairs.
Yeah, might be thinking we want to save that key. Can't think of another reason we'd clear the room. And what? Okay. Maybe we'd do it just for that. There's the Triforce out of level 6 for Rex. And there's your map.
Another potential stair room.
It's the less friendly type of Patra.
Yeah, you want to get this one locked into that. Oh!
Oh, was making great progress and just got hit by that last... Oh, unfortunate. Level 7 is definitely the shape of a problem. I kind of see almost an elephant head. With the trunk to the left, raised up, like the symbol of good luck, even though it's level 7, which is just nothing but death and despair.
At least at the map, you know where to bomb now.
Yes, that's one of the great advantages of the maps, and the only advantage of the book, which, while will provide the wand fire we don't necessarily like, will provide the maps to all the dungeons, should either of our runners acquire.
Now is...
And ampersand chewing on the number 4, and I can see that. What a good time for a clock for Neo.
I think Rex is heading to pick up that power bracelet on the coast.
Yeah, we don't have overworld blocks turned on, but that doesn't mean you don't want to have the overworld blocking items in your possession. That way you can be checking stuff as you're doing the rest of the overworld as opposed to doubling back. A sneezing number 4. That's one heck of a sneeze there, Dino. And look at that. What great boomerang strats on those ropes.
Got to be very careful in this room because you don't have a blue bubble right now to get your sword back if you lose it.
That's right. When that red bubble's coming around, we're just running. Run away! Alright, we have Rex into level 5. Grabs the heart container immediately. Kind of hard to miss that one. And already up into the second row of hearts, only 4 hearts away from the magical sword, but 4 hearts in this flag set is a lot.
Yeah, I've seen Mag's pickups in this set. I've even done it in a race, not in a practice race, not in an actual race, but it really depends on you just happening to get the hearts.
Exactly. If you're going into the dungeons and you're just tripping over hearts, you know, that's the way we get to mags. And this block in 5 does push.
Yeah,
and it is still the transport.
Yeah, I'll say we saw that on Neo's side.
Yep, I remembered, and now you can see that Rex did pop out in that 3-bar room with the keys. Neo spending a fair amount of time in this level 7.
He really needs to find something interesting here because Rex is pulling ahead with the knowledge and item acquisition.
Yeah, there's a point where you have to just say, okay, I'm done with this dungeon. I will come back later if the seed, well, to get the Triforce, and otherwise if the seed makes me.
Alright, this should be the item, because we've already seen the transport.
It is the item.
Alright, that's not required, but it's going to make you feel a lot better.
Absolutely. The red ring is just face tank mode, and face tank mode has been engaged for Neo.
Oh, that path is blocked. And that path is blocked.
And Rex is taking a death in level 5. Looks like it's honestly time to bail on 7. It looks like we might be ladder or recorder blocked, or possibly both.
How about a Goma block?
You know, why not? You know, we've had 2 blocks, yes, but have we had the 3rd block? Well, that's a nice room with whiz robes that Rex is going to skip for now.
Oh, that's not anything.
Going to continue to skip.
Gonna take another shot at this patch right now with a red ring.
Yeah, but we're starting with less hearts. However, we're stabbing them down pretty good. Those little patch robes or patchrites have rolled down. And what do we have in level 5? It is the Tutti Flute.
Yeah, Rex is just finding all the progression stuff.
Yeah, this is one of those things where sometimes it's just right ordering the dungeons you dig. I mean, I guess it's always doing that, but if you right order them better. All right, Triforce out of level 5 for Rex. Moving on as Neo is staring at the puff of smoke, hoping that something will materialize soon. And what materialized was the letter, and I believe Neo grabbed it.
Yeah, that was Letter Cave.
Bank error in your favor. Some number of rupees. I think that might have been our large secret, and it might have been 70 rupees there.
Yeah.
JP, what do you think?
It looks like it. It could have been 2 medium secrets picked up, but, well, even then you still need another 10 beyond that.
Well, there's a medium secret. So we still have not seen dungeons 1, 2, and 4, I believe.
I think that's right.
We also haven't seen a blocked dungeon yet. Now, blocked well, we have. There it is, level 4, under the Lost Hills Power Bracelet spot. Blocked dungeons not on in this flag set, or not a part of the flag set, but because it's a 2Q overworld, there are many, many more overworld blocks, so a blocked dungeon is more likely.
I think that was a compromise made on the flag set when they were talking about it before the tournament started. I think originally it was going to be mixed overworlds with an overworld block, but then they decided to change it to second quest, but no overworld block guaranteed. Just because second quest has more overworld blocks as it is.
Does look like level 4 is segmented, and that's the map to confirm it. That's an interesting shape.
I don't think someone was playing Tetris very well.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what it looks like when I play Tetris.
Moving on.
It does look like a question mark a little bit. The broken key dungeon. I could see a broken key in that ink blot. And we do see the wand also speeding up Rex's combat. So that's another way that Rex is just pulling away from Neo ever so slightly with each room. Neo buying the wooden arrows.
Yeah, unfortunately, unless he finds a bow first, which doesn't look as likely, that's not gonna... You might end up regretting that a little later.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it, as Rex has picked up the Triforce out of level 4. Probably will go back in, still seeking the item.
Yeah, still need to know where the bow is.
Arrows are at a very nice price this seed. They're 11 rupees shy of what the vanilla price is. I believe this will be the item for Rex. Spent a key, and what is the reward? The bow.
That is potential Triforce and Go. We still need to find 1 and 2.
Yes, we do, and honestly, I call this Schrodinger's Go mode. It's Go mode until the game says it's not Go mode anymore.
I mean, the only thing Rex could still potentially need is the raft. And that's if 1 or 2 ends up in a raft spot.
Well, see, 1 and 2 could both be at raft spots.
They could.
It's unlikely. We do know that the raft, as with the bow, will not be in level 9 because important items in 9 is not turned on for this flag set or for this tournament.
And I will say for both raft, or for both 1 and 2 to be at raft spots, the raft would have to be the white sword item, because we've seen all the items from dungeons 3 through 8.
That is 100% true. Great deduction, JP.
So yeah, the big thing for Neo at this point, he's got to get back to level 8 to pick up ladder and silvers. Ladder gets you to the power bracelet, which at least gets you into 4 for your bow.
That is correct, and Neo was not able to pull the Triforce out of level 7, so gonna have to go back there as well.
Yeah, there's some kind of block in 7 that's probably blocking the Triforce. We just don't know if it's bow, ladder, or recorder yet.
Oh, it's only level 6 mode if you still need an important item and you haven't dug level 6, Greg. Rex sees the Patra and says, "No thank you. I believe that is the correct decision." And we've got Neo walking by spots again because no power bracelet.
Yeah, at this point I feel like we've seen every spot that hasn't been blocked by... Well, actually, I don't know if we've seen Eastern Death Mountain yet. Those are the only spots we haven't.
I have not seen Eastern Death Mountain unless one of our runners snuck up here. Oh, you just drop another... Oh, you don't have another bomb to drop. Never mind, Neo.
No money, no bombs, 1 key.
Didn't even get the vowel.
Also, was Neo at 3 Triforces? Did we miss marking one?
We may have. Which other Triforce did Neo pick up? Did Neo get the Triforce out of 6?
I think so. It looked like he had the 6 Triforce.
Well, we'll call that level 6 mode. Let me go mark that right now.
Chat will yell at me if I'm wrong.
Chat will yell at me whether I'm right or wrong, which is awesome. Never change, Twitch chat.
Neo is back into level 5. Reporter is here.
Yeah, I think at this point, Neo may know that there's a high chance that there's an overworld block in play.
I think for him it's got to be between 5 and 8.
That's fair. Chat doesn't yell at us. Chat merely points out all the places we make mistakes.
What was that potion price? 62 for the red.
That's a decent price for a red potion. Alright, Rex, half a heart hits the fairy fountain. That's the best way to get your hearts refilled, right next to picking up a Triforce.
Hey, double clock room drop.
That's how you know the game's just taunting you. And another transport. Level 5 must be segmented. Did we see a map in here of level 5? No, we've seen that transport. It went to the Keys room. Neo saw that. And here is the recorder for Neo. Rex in the dead wood, in words, dancing around the bombs. I know what I'm trying to say, chat. I am just failing miserably. And yes, I know I messed up miserably. I was doing that one on purpose. Yes, exactly, chat. It's just a remix. Southwest corner, another take-any. Rex up to 10 hearts. 3 more hearts, and locating the magical sword, and then Rex can pick that magical sword up.
I don't know if Rex got the Triforce out of 7 while it was in there. I think he might have left.
I think so as well. Also does not appear to have picked up the red ring.
Oh.
And there is confirmation that it was a 70 rupee large secret. So chat, your money for the seed is 630, 70, and minus 19.
Now, I'm actually starting to wonder if keys are going to be an issue, because that might be the reason Rex left 7, is if there were key blocks he couldn't get by.
You know, it's possible. Just taking a quick glance, both of our runners are at 0 keys. Neo picking up a potion, an interesting play when you have the letter.
Well, if you're thinking you might need to buy keys, it's a good idea.
That quote from The Simpsons will never get old. Me fail English? That's impossible. And speaking of keys, Rex purchasing a key. Level 2 in the desert, whistle blocked. We're up to 2 blocks, chat, but I think 3 is the max we can have, and we do see the blue potion's 46 rupees, so definitely a red potion night.
Oh.
Oh, that is just sad. There's one lonely room. Is it the Triforce? No.
But it's level 2. It could be the item.
See, now that's why you're here, JP, to always put the bright side on everything.
And that's the staircase to the transport.
And you're not getting that stair without picking up that Triforce. We see the white sword item is the wooden boomerang.
Now, if you're... Well, actually, I think Neil will go back in because he still needs items.
Yeah, no silvers, no bow, no ladder. There are too many good outstanding items. And we know by what we see that it's either going to be the Coast Heart, the Any Key, the book, or the raft. And the raft may yet be required.
Neil's not going to check the segment yet. Though, looking at this room, ooh, this is... Well, you do have a white sword and a wand.
Yeah, the problem with this room is the BMOS more than anything, but Neo does have the red ring, so that makes this room a little bit more comfy.
That's true.
And we're going to pause that right there as Rex is about to enter level 2. We needed to pause Neo's screen just so we could have that the glorious joining of Rex into level 2, but in reality it's just lag.
So,
Ugh, that's a gross room. Did you order a Blue Lagoon, JP?
no, I did not. This might be a situation I just up in A. Though, if you do up in A, you gotta take out that other blue Dark Nut room, so... It's kind of pick your poison in a way.
Yeah, that... I don't know if Neo is thinking that deep about it other than just me see Dark Nut, me stab, which is what I do all the time. There's Rex picking up the Triforce, because can't get to that stair without getting that Triforce first.
Now, Rex, I could see leaving.
Absolutely. There's some nice items. The Any Key, the book, both would be good to haves, but not required. And in Rex's mind, also the red ring.
There's Red Candle, so we know that level 1's not going to be raft blocked. In fact, we can say the raft is going to be in level 1 now.
Absolutely.
So the only remaining question is, where is level 1?
It's got to be somewhere in Hyrule. We just don't know where yet. Neo buying one of those golden keys at 94 rupees.
That could be East Death Mountain. Neither runner's been up there yet. Or it could be these ladder spots I don't think we've seen. But Neo can't check anyway.
Yeah, Neo can see that there's ladder spots, but not going to be able to check them. But here we're getting to see East Death Mountain now. Except for the arrow. There's the magical sword. Looks like Rex is heading back into level 7 very, very slowly. Scaramucci, yes, this is East Death Mountain where Neo is right now. West Death Mountain's the other side. Really, it's kind of the middle of the map, but it's the east side of Death Mountain. The home of Spectacle Rock, I believe. Don't think Neo meant to go back in that cave.
So, let's see. They got the arrow that could still have... Oh, if it's the arrow, Neo can't check that right now.
Yeah, the arrow could still be it. I believe we've got the whistle spots in the grave and the southwest area.
I think Rex checked the grave and the southwest.
Well, then we don't have those.
I think one might be power blocked. Power bracelet blocked.
That would definitely be a thing, and it would be a thing that would be very, very bad for Neo. Another take any for Neo, another heart picked up.
Question in chat if one could have been Spectacle Rock. Not in this flag set. Spectacle Rock is not a bomb spot in Second Quest Overworlds. Oh, here is 8. Yeah.
Neo into level exactly. This is where Neo needs to be.
And he needs to dig out both items.
Well, there was the easy one. Almost Goma block silvers.
You know, it's remove most open stairs. How was that? Well, I guess because the boson for that behind the ladder that you... Actually, that could have easily been Goma blocked. Force you to get the ladder out of here to get the bow out of 4 to come back here to get silvers.
You see, now this is the fun we all love. Let's see, we're going to pick up the Triforce. Will we go back in for the second item? I hope so for Neo's sake.
I think he has to. Like, what else? He doesn't have much left.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see, what else would he have left?
Nope,
that's
mind.
it. No, that's it. It's this or banking that one is whistle block somewhere.
Now, yeah, he does still have some overworld spots to check, but now the good thing is he does have the recorder, so he can get back to 8 easily at this point.
Yeah, that is actually a very good thing. And I could argue for, you know, if you still have some overworld spots, they might be faster than digging level 8. And there's the wooden boomerang seen by Neo. Already has the magical boomerang. Gonna pass up on that. Rex sees the red ring and thought about passing it up, but nah, we're gonna pick that up.
I do think each runner has a different boomerang, by the way.
Did Rex pick up the wooden boomerang?
I think he did. Did he? Or maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw him pick it up.
Oh, he did. Well, let's get that marked on the tracker. That's an important piece of information that chat can't live without. And the heart in 7 was recorder blocked under the dig dogger. Now is the Triforce up here recorder blocked?
Looking for that Triforce or a compass.
Yeah, a compass would be nice as well. It would tell us where to go for the Triforce, of course.
This could be a drop for me. I gotta take it out. Okay, good. You got the stun on that one. Otherwise, that would have been bad.
Well, in a worst case, you at least have the hole in the wall blown open, so you can continue. The best hint in the game right there. The silver to kill the beast lies somewhere.
Alright, this segment was actually not needed at all.
Alright, Neo, back into level 8. Did whistle back, as you had said would be done.
Yeah, he needs to find the ladder. Go pick up his power bracelet, and that'll get him access to 4 and most likely 1.
Yeah, I think that Neo was able to deduce this because I think the spots over in the grave were the last spots that Neo had on the overworld.
Well, I still say Rex is ahead, but Neo is catching up.
Yeah, Rex definitely a lead here. Really, it all depends on the two things. First, will Rex pull the Triforce here? And I don't see any reason Rex would not be able to. And then secondly, where is level 1? Also, I can't remember how difficult it was to find the ladder in here, but I don't think it was super difficult.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But I don't remember Rex taking out this blue lagoon.
Nah, he didn't.
Yep, it's a case of zig versus zag, left versus right, up versus down. And all the while, twirling, twirling, twirling towards victory. We'll go ahead and complete out the Simpsons quote, or some such.
I was actually thinking of a certain pop song. For some reason.
Yep. Speaking of popping, there comes a potion, and that's what you do because you can't take the potions to the next seed. There's a Triforce out of level 7 for Rex. So Neo really needs to find this ladder quickly and then just hoof it and right order everything, including the remaining part of level 7. It's not an impossible comeback, chat, but it's looking dire.
It really, right now, depends on how long does it take Rex to find 1.
Well, it's a bank error in Rex's favor. Plus 30 rupees.
Now, we did say power bracelet, but it could also be one of these 2 river spots.
That is absolutely true. But it looks like Rex has opened both, so I don't think... Oh my goodness, it is level 1. Must have did a walk by open early before having the ladder. Rex not even pushing blocks. A bold strategy considering the any key could be in this dungeon.
I think we've got the hand from Majora's Mask.
Well, there is the raft, as you had pointed out would be here. Kind of looks almost like a curling stone.
That too. Also the anklet bracelet from Star Tropics.
It could be a pair of, like, winged shoes. And by pair, I mean a single one.
You mean a shoe that's blocking the other shoe with the perspective.
Precisely. Or it could just be a flying toaster, because screensavers were a thing once upon a time, a long time ago. The Pegasus boots, that's kind of what I was thinking. There's the heart container for Rex. Up to 12 hearts, one shy of the magical sword. I also am uncertain if Rex saw the magical sword, but speaking of things we haven't seen, there's a bomb upgrade. 81 rupees, 6 bombs. Let's go. And there's a Triforce in a like.
Now, I think that's possibly that could have been the stair, but we're not going to go back and see.
Nope, we are in full go to level 9 mode.
And nope, that's the transport. So Rex might have gone through the transport to get to the ladder.
Decent side stabs there from Neo. Chat, just so you're aware, we don't believe we have usable audio for Rex. That's the reason why we're still on Neo's audio. So you'll just have to help us notice when the room goes dark, should Ganon be found, or when a shutter door doesn't open, indicating Zelda. So JP, in this situation, do you pop your head into staircases here on level 9 looking for the potential of the any key?
Good question.
I mean, I suppose with 4 keys, I just continue looking until the game makes me try to get more keys. Okay, we're trying Rex's audio. I think it might be usable. Let's see. Sounds pretty quiet, but there's Ganon. And a freeze, because of course, but now we've got him back.
Looks like he's not using music, but we can hear the sound effects at least.
That is, yeah, this is Zelda, because Rex is playing as an enemy sprite. Rex will be defeating Princess Zelda and rescuing Prince Darkness Ganon.
Just has to find that shutter door.
That's all it is now, is just a search for the shutter door. And we're in the stairs.
Well, that will not be Zelda. Or Ganon,
Nope.
or whatever.
That won't be Ganon, but that's okay. We're moving on. Aquamentus dispatched. Poor dragon unicorn. Just shooting fireballs for no reason. Except maybe a dislike of the protagonist of the game. If anybody's interested, you can always play the recorder for Aquamentus, and Aquamentus will start shooting fireballs like crazy. That's your fun fact for the day, chat. And that's a pop!
Yep, that should be it.
All right, chat, let's get our GGs out for our race winner, PDXRex, with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 36 seconds.
Yeah, Rex will advance to 1-1, and still has a chance at that bracket. Neo will fall to 2-2. A 2-2 is unlikely to make the bracket, but not mathematically out yet.
All right, chat, we will be joined by PDXRex shortly, and here is PDXRex now, joining us, the race winner, GG's Rex.
Hey, thanks guys. We got one.
We got one, hooray! Also, let's get our GGs in chat for Neo, who has thrown up the white flag after having just no amount of fun in this particular seed. And we are also joined by Neo. Neo, GG's.
GG's, GG Rex.
GG's Neo. That was yeah, like we were saying in the race room, you do that one right and it's right, and if you don't, I could see how that thing could be brutal.
Yeah, I think I spent approximately forever in that 8 trying to go through and get that ladder. Running out of keys, running out of bombs. It was not pretty.
Yeah. I saw a pretty decent, I don't even know if I saw the map in that 8, but I was in there really early. I got the ladder at like 18 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I kind of an unconventional route that I like to do, and it either pays off huge or it doesn't pay off at all.
Yeah, I took Death Mountain a lot later than I normally routed in. And I mean, obviously I needed to. That was a complete loss by not doing that. So a little rough, but such is life.
Yeah, this was definitely a seed of right versus wrong order. But it wasn't all terrible. Neo, you did pull the red ring out of 7 relatively early.
Yeah, which was helpful in terms of, I mean, combat was clearly a challenge for me in this one here too. The everything that I ended up going through. I mean, I took a lot of deaths that I didn't need to before I got that red ring, and I think I took 1 or 2 after that I didn't need to either. So getting that definitely was a help, but I mean, clearly not enough. It was all locationing this time around that was a real killer.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see. I think that's going to drop you to 1 and 2, Neo, and I think Rex, that puts you at 2 and 1.
1 and 1.
1 and 1.
I believe that puts me at 2 and 2. So that's the end of my run through the book group here.
All right. Well, 2 and 2. That's it's probably going to be a tall order to make brackets on 2 and 2.
Not statistically impossible, but it's not very likely.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's still a lot
And
of
we
races
just-
to be had, but there's a lot
Yeah.
of 3-1s with some pretty good records.
Yeah, I do see that seeing Neo's map of level 8, I think this is going to end up being a full clear of level 8 for this ladder.
Yeah, I think I ended up hitting the full clear, and if I didn't, it was pretty darn close.
Yeah, I saw 17 rooms of this 8.
So
That's
there you go,
probably
just a
the-
complete
probably the best
right
eight I've
ordering.
ever had.
I think what happened is because you were in here early in level 8, you didn't have many keys, so you were avoiding all the key doors, and that just
Yeah.
took you through the perfect path of level 8.
Yeah, I went up and messed around at the top for a little bit, but there's like literally nothing up there, so you know, it came back down and it was all right there. Silvers were like free as a jaybird.
Yeah, immediately the second we walked in there, and I'm sitting there
That was-
thinking, by the time I find 8 and I find those silvers, I'm like, man, I really hope Rex didn't go down after entering here. Like that's my only saving grace at this point in time.
If it makes you feel better, I think that's the last thing I pulled out of 8.
And you know, it's kind of interesting that those silvers were basically free, considering that remove most open stairs is on in this flag set.
Oh yeah. Would have been fun if that ended up being a push block, because that was a Goma room, if I believe. So you would
It
when
was.
it did convert, yeah, you would have had to have been there with the bow and with some arrows that you bought before you could have gotten the silvers, and that would have added all sorts of wackiness. Oh look, there I
Yeah.
am getting the ladder finally.
Well, that's the way it seems to go sometimes. You go the right way and seed's super easy, super free. Go the wrong way and you see all of level 8. So the other thing you haven't seen yet, Neo, is you haven't seen that the I believe that we had level 2 was flute blocked. You did see that. Level 4 is going to be power bracelet blocked, and then level 1 is on the river, so level 1 is ladder blocked.
Yeah, I did find. I mean, and I know we have the 15-minute delay, so a little bit missed there. But I had nothing left on the overworld coming out of 8, so I knew I had to go get that power bracelet, and it was just a matter of check the PB spots and then check the ladder spots. I found 1 and 4 in super quick-ish order. Now you can see me going the wrong direction right over here when I should have taken a right for 4, but at least I'll find 1 in just a moment.
Yep. Well, the nice thing is you can still whistle back to 3 to go the other way for that power bracelet.
Yep. But I think I made it about midway into 4, right about where the item was before I said this is the end of that.
I've had enough of this seed. I'm done.
Yeah, pretty much. The recognition that I wasn't clearing out the rest of everything that we had in about 10-ish minutes that I had left before a DNF and a 30-minute was about the same. So you know what? Might as well close it out.
And that's reasonable. So Rex, you're at 1-1. You still have 2 more games left in this group. Any strategies for your remaining opponents?
I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. There's just no use in trying to change for everybody at my skill level. I just need to do my game plan, execute it, hope good things happen, and go from there.
That makes sense. I wouldn't spill any of my strategy either. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep playing the same game I'm playing. I'm gonna find a way to be slower. That's my plan.
You gotta watch this seed. I mean, that's my strategy right there. I'm checking those first couple caves and I'm heading east. Everyone's heading west, so I'm gonna start heading east.
There you go. You always, especially if you feel like you're an underdog in a race, you want to create that divergence.
Yeah, you gotta find something to separate you from people that have a little bit more skill level than you do. And you know, my next 2 matches, I think I'm the underdog in both of those too. So, you know, I just got to do whatever I can to separate myself and go fast.
And that's reasonable. So did either of you have any other thoughts you wanted to share on this particular seed?
I did pick up the superior boomerang. I just want that to be known.
Yeah, I totally missed marking it on the tracker for the first little bit, and then I was like, oh yeah. Somebody was like, yeah, he not only picked it up, but he threw it as soon as he got it. Weren't you paying attention? I'm like, no.
It's kind of my thing. The very first tournament, I said I would never, ever, ever pick up a boomerang, and then I think I got wife forced into the wooden one. So then it was kind of a meme from then on. Is if I see it, I gotta pick it up. So
I will
Pick it
never
up.
ever pick up anything other than the wooden boomerang every single time.
pretty much, you'll hardly ever see me pick up the blue boomerang, but every once in a while it might happen.
Yeah, you almost have to be like a Y force into it, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Or I've got to have like nothing for the first like 40 minutes and find it. Be like, all right, well, it's literally the only thing that's better than nothing. It's the next on the list.
Yeah, well, we're about to get our remaining information on items, as Neo's found the item we didn't see in one.
And it is the book.
Yeah, my tracking here tells me that the any key and the coast heart would have been in 9. So I saw basically everything at this point.
Yep, and boy, wouldn't that any key have been nice earlier in this seed?
Oh yeah, I mean, I as a strategy thing, I never buy keys. I know I should. That, you know, skill level aside, like I'm maybe not necessarily one of the top tiers there, and so maybe it's not the best strategy. But I try not to spend any cash on that and save it up for other things. I bought a key this seed. That's the first time in a long time I've had to, because it got really messy. I think it was
Nice.
8 where I was clearing rooms looking for keys when I knew that there was nothing in the room that was valuable for me, but I needed a key somewhere.
I did too, man. I found a key shop with enough money and no keys, and I'm like, I got to pick this thing up. Like, who knows what's gonna happen in the next dungeon?
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. You guys were both buying those golden keys that chat said needed to be made out of silver or gold for the 94 rupees you were paying.
Oh, the other one was 116. I'd rather it could have been worse, I guess.
Yeah,
I never felt like I besides that one time I bought that one key, I never felt like I needed keys though. I mean, everything was pretty open, pretty bombable, except for 7 I ran out of bombs, but you know, everything was pretty easy to traverse in the dungeons.
yeah, even with that awesome bomb upgrade, huh?
Oh, the bomb upgrade was great.
Anytime you can get 6 bombs for 81 rupees, yes please.
Yeah, I don't think it gets better than that. I could have used it earlier though before I went back into 7, but 7, man, I think I went into 7 3 times. 7 was a beast. Like, I can't believe you pulled the red ring out of there that early.
The only spot of luck I had in the entire seed, I think, was getting that red ring early. I don't know when you hit 1, because I know you said you had the ladder pretty early, but that bomb upgrade must have been a gem, because I ran out of bombs and keys all the time.
One was my last dungeon.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I did pity pick up the raft though. I felt bad for it just sitting there. I'm like, I'll take you home and we'll light a fire tonight. And
Still hadn't seen 4. I was like, man, if this ends up being a raft spot, it's the worst.
yeah, and we shared each other's like timelines. You know, I was in 4 at 38 minutes with the bow and silvers, so that's, I mean, it's hard to get bow and silvers and ladder that early and not be able to really go fast. I couldn't imagine not getting one of those 2 items until very, very late.
Yeah,
I mean,
the other...
it happens to me every other night.
Oh, we see the blue ring is 250 in this seed. Not that we're going to bother buying that, but that must be our rare shop tonight.
Yeah, that must be the rare shop up there.
Yeah, that was the only spot I think I found for bombs, and it was the first blue ring I saw too. And trust me, I was looking for bombs. I was looking everywhere to buy bombs.
and man, they're 33 rupees a pack, which is not very cheap. Yeah, looks like just a complete wrong order on the power bracelet spots too, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. The luck was not with me on the seed, and it is what it is. You know, You win some, you lose some in this case. And, you know, at the end of it all, if I had kept running, my time wouldn't have been the worst in the world, I think. Maybe not the best in the world, not the worst, just not competitive for tonight. Which is what it is. I'm not disappointed in anything other than without any foreknowledge, I probably wouldn't have done anything different.
Yeah, this is one of those cases where if you go in the right order, everything works out great. If you go in the wrong order, you scream and holler and yell and DNF and just say, okay, well, get your next seed. Because what else can you say about it? Does look like you're going the right way in 4 for the item, at least.
Yeah, that's something.
All right. I was trying to run out the clock until you got to where you
This
did
is
the
where
15.
I hit DNF right here, and then I ended my stream a couple minutes later. So this is right where it ends for me.
Yep, that's all fair. Well, you're about to see the bow, and I'm sure that that's just like, oh my goodness, ugh. All right. Well, did either of you have any final thoughts for tonight?
Rex, good luck. And the rest of the bow group, you got a shot at pulling this off. So fingers crossed for you. Good luck.
Thank you, and GG's to you. I hope to see you in some further tournaments, and you know, it's always good to see some new names around. I was that guy last year, and you know, it's looking forward to having some more matches with everybody. And thank you, Adam, JP, you guys, and Tracker, Ad to JP. You three were awesome today. Appreciate it. Chat, thanks for being here. And that's it for me.
Yeah, I'll echo all of those thanks. I mean, appreciate you guys sitting here and spending the time talking about us playing, and you know, keeping people entertained for the evening. Same thing with tracking, making sure that everything is up to date and everything's being followed right over here. And of course, Speedgaming for hosting this and making this whole tournament and all the visualizations possible. It's been a good run.
All right. Well, this has been one of the few races where we've had double cams, so thank you both for that.
Yeah, no worries. After the recommendation that it might make it feel a little bit closer to in person, I was like, you know what? Why not? All right, well, we'll pop it on.
Yeah, it's always fun to have the cam on and see who you're playing and who's out there playing.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's going to just about do it for us tonight, chat. I will tell you that there are 3 other races going on tonight, but none of them have a restream.
Looks like we'll be back in action bright and early tomorrow. If you're looking for some breakfast action.
That's right. We got 10:15 a.m. tomorrow on Speedgaming Prime. Diane32 versus Mako71. We're going to have Bogey and Tracy M calling that race, and our racer Neo here will be tracking that one for us. So if you're up early, or I guess not early if you're on the East Coast, that's one game that we've got. We also have at 10:15 p.m. tomorrow night, Bogey versus Chess Jerk will also be aired on Speed Gaming Prime. Other races may be aired depending on if we get, and I'm trying to think of it, and I'm not saying it very well, but no. We might get other races if we get crews. That's what I'm trying to say. Dang it. Anyway, JP, you want to bring us home for the night?
Yep. Again, GG to our runners. Make sure to give them a follow. We'll have all the links in chat. And we will see you again next time. Have a good night, everyone.